G'day guys, I'm Strife Lights back here again. I thought I'd just do a quick video, a bit of a review. Give you just my thoughts on what I think's worked reasonably well for our Christmas light display this year, and probably a couple of things I'd like to improve on. Because awesome thanks to the X-Likes team and all those behind in that community for providing supports for newbies like me to be able to get cool and awesome Christmas displays up and running. Okay, back to the main point of this video. I'll firstly only go over a couple of things which I think's worked really well for my display, and then a couple of things which I'm going to improve on. Probably pointing one of the simple things I did was on front of my Tune 2 sign, I put light display at 8:30 p.m. So if anyone's driving past and they go, look, oh, wow, what's all this craziness going on outside this guy's house? And then they can say, oh, 8:30 p.m. We'll be able to rock up and have a bit of a look. Now that's just a bit of Corfu with some cheap lettering put on it. Probably another little side benefit which I didn't know, might provide a little bit of sun protection for those cheap P10 panels, because I'm using the indoor ones. I know some boys, oh, you should be using outdoor ones. Hey, I'm using the indoor ones. But that's worked really, really well. Cheap, didn't cost, I just had to put a couple little brackets, plastic brackets on the Tune sign. Cost me next to nothing. Another awesome feature is the air-seated tuning. Everybody knows that looks great, so I won't go into much detail. Another quick little design, it was the bit of the plastic barrier chain which I put up. I just actually made a couple of quick hooks, like shepherd type hooks, nice and low so it doesn't hinder display. And then I have another one which I put across my driveway here. It's actually just off the lamppost there, and it just clips up to there, and that's been working really, really well to keep people out of our display. They'll come up quite close to the chain, but you know they really, you know, it just comes across like that soft barrier they know not to go into. I do have another one which I can extend off there, but I haven't had to. Most people have been really good so far, but hey, it's only fairly early in the Christmas lighting season so far. Alright, moving on, which I also has worked well, like all my Bosco Air props I think have been really good. Oh, they've been excellent. They've allowed me as a new user to get lots and lots of props up and running without having to spend hours upon hours upon hours building stuff. What also has been really, really great, and everyone's comments on, is the Mega Tree. Another good thing everyone's commented on, they said, look, your house, a few people have commented and said, look, your house outlines are nice and square, everything looks nice and symmetrical. So that was probably a bit of a fluke on my behalf. I've just tried to keep my whole display nice and simple. I've actually mirrored one side to the other, so that's been good. You know, you can see that's mirrored from one side to the other. One side of the house is like a mirror image of the other side of the house. That's also helped for me for my sequencing and stuff like that. Okay, what else has been working really well? I've got a nice little virtual Santa. I'll hopefully do another video on that. It's just a screen and projector. Lots of kids love it. And Santa Claus comes out and does the wave to everyone. Everyone I've commented on a couple of times. My actual house has no front windows, so that left me a bit of a blank canvas, so to speak. So when I had no front windows, I was unable, to put the virtual Santa camera, to project onto the back of the window. So I've actually got a little bit of a screen which comes down. It's just a cheap blind from Bunnings, I believe. That's been working really good. The Raywu floodlights have been flooding really nicely. It's some nice washing because I can wash onto the house. They've been super effective. So that's probably one of the last things which have been a few people have also commented on, is those sort of matrix wall trees. Been able to mirror a lot of effects on a smaller scale from the Mega Tree onto the smaller trees, which have been good. Tune 2 sign, obviously everyone knows how well they work. You can display your data, Tune 2 information and stuff like that. What else has worked really well? Hey, keeping it simple has worked for me. Using lots of outputs on my pixel controllers, not maximising the pixel count. It's kept it nice and simple. Okay, what hasn't worked so well? Now this is an interesting topic. And everyone thinks, oh, I'd like to do better, There's lots of things I'd like to do better. Hey, I'd like to have more elements, like everyone would. It's a cost factor, time factor, setting up factor. One of the things which I would probably consider changing. And oh, I look at it this way: how much time does it take me to set the prop up? Is that bang for my buck time-wise for my display? One of the things which I probably wouldn't bother again with is the outline of my house. Oh, outline, sorry, not the house. That's been great. Outline of my garden bed. That took me quite a while actually. You know, an hour and a half to put those pegs in and run that pipe around. It took me even longer to drill the holes. So, and that sort of gets washed out because I've got a fairly dense amount of display action happening. You know, I have my arches, I've got the stars, I've got the sticks, you've got the candy canes, and it sort of blends out. You don't really see it, so I probably wouldn't bother again. Another thing, look, they've been great. It's probably my fault. Is the candy canes. I have them too close together, so it sort of blends the light out. I am going to go in and reduce the brightness on my pixel controller, which I know will help. I probably should have just went with 4 candy canes into that garden bed and spaced them out a little bit further. So that's something I'll look at. Another feature which hasn't been working overly well is these Raywu 12-watt floodlights. Like, they're only really low wattage, well, they're about 9-10 watts or something like that, and seeing they don't have nothing really project on. Like, I've tried pushing them under the tree, under that bigger tree there. It's sort of, again, there's such a lot happening in the centre of this display. They sort of not been utilised so well, so I'll probably look at deleting them. I'll probably might even utilise them and put more on my wall because they've been working great. Another quick thing is probably I'm going to have to walk right across the road here. Just got to wait for a couple of cars to move. Sorry, apologise for that. There's a bit of background noise. Is probably what else has been working okay. Yeah, the bulb trees have been great, everything on the house has been great and stuff like that. So I'm just going to quickly duck across the road just to give you a bit of an idea. I'm actually pretty lucky, there's actually a school across from my display, so that allows lots of people who can come and viewing. They can sort of sit back in their cars and really sort of capture it in. That's how I've tried to visualize it. As you can sort of see, if you was viewing from back here, those density or those amount of props in the center, they sort of blend out a little bit, so I'll probably need to spread them out a little bit. But it's like anything, you lose real estate in the yard. I haven't got a huge house, especially when you start putting big mega trees and stuff like that, and for the amount of effort they take. You know, they look great, and I'll definitely be running that again, but you really want everyone to see it. So I'll probably, again, like I talked about, moving those candy canes. Another thing which, hey, it's my fault again, is my tree in the centre of my yard. Now, everyone says, oh, chop your tree down, chop your tree down. I can't. I really like the tree. It's a nice magnolia, gets awesome flowers on it, but you can see it really blocks, oh, car's going past again, it really blocks that main star up in the centre of my house there. If you get on the angles, it seems to be okay. And talking about angles, if you are sort of visualising the display from directly square on, some of the snowflakes are blending in behind the mini trees. So that's another thing I'm going to look at possibly changing. I'm not 100% sure. I have thought maybe even moving those mini trees all together and bringing them beside the arches, and even making a frame so I can actually bring them across that driveway, or probably simply I might make some little angle brackets to bring them off the fence. Yeah, so probably plans future for our display. Probably I've got a couple of ideas. Probably the biggest one is I've been looking at it. I've got the tree there in the road. What I'm actually going to look at doing is building like a mini mega tree. Be a little bit bigger than those wall trees, but obviously smaller than my main mega tree. About the height of that, and then I can utilise that star on top of it, bring those props down. But doing that, I'm going to have to move obviously those candy canes and stuff like that. So if anybody's got any thoughts about what I should be doing, hey, put them in the comments. Okay, that's just a bit of my review so far of our 2018 Christmas light displays. Hey, if you got it to the end, well, you've done a great job for me waffling on. I hope everyone watching out there, their light displays are going great. Also, again, huge shout out to the community, those who provide support, to the X-Lights team, those behind the scene, so to speak, in that community, all the Oz Christmas lighting guys. Those people, you know, they go to the effort, they do mini presentations, which has really helped new users like myself. They've gone to the effort of making some really good videos, all their cool video editing and stuff like that, which, you know, I'm absolutely useless at. Yeah, probably that's about it, guys. All right. Yeah, thanks for watching.